So Bob and I are going to take you through the middle of the room now, probably only make one pass just because the room is pretty small. We're going to show you a couple different ways to work the roller, and again, kind of how we're cutting in and maintaining control of the job.
Yeah, and my job as well is just going to keep maintaining this puddle, but as well as kind of see any obstacles we may run in. One thing to keep in mind as well is not get too far ahead. We have a doorway coming up, so I don't want to cut in past that. So just kind of keep in mind where you're at and communicate as you go as well if need be. So.
Yep. So a couple different ways to use the roller. The first way is how you've probably already seen. We're putting it down behind the puddle. We're pulling it to us, going back in the same path, and doing our feather motion. Then we're overlapping about 75%, setting it down behind the puddle, pulling the finish to us, pushing it back in the same path, and feathering up. If you get maybe a little too much finish, you got a little bit of a heavier puddle, you may even have to put just a little pressure on it to bring that puddle forward, but mainly we're just doing fingertip pressure to make sure we get a nice heavy application that the roller will give us. And then as Bob said, again, we want to make sure that, this where I'm pulling this almost dry, that he keeps adding more finish to the puddle so that we don't get a dry line there. And then this is the second way you can use the roller, is just kind of like a slide and spread method. So I'm not doing my feathering right now. First thing I want to do is just go through, get everything kind of spread out. For guys who have less patience, this might be a better method for you. But I'm just getting it spread out first, then I'm going to go back and do all of my feathering. Again, at the end, I'm going to turn my roller over so I can get right next to the wall. Then I'm going back past. You'll notice that I'm still leading with the heavier end of the roller, so that it's a little heavier on that side, and then feathering on the back side as I go back across the floor, using my bottom hand here just to support the roller a little bit more when I go back and do my feathering pass. And that's just one more way you can kind of work the roller across the floor. So that's kind of how we work the middle of the room. Bob's going to be cutting in ahead of me, adding more finish to the puddle as we go. We'll just continue to work sections like that all the way down the room until we get to the point where we need to work our way out.